Welcome to Coding Literacy Flakes 18 of 40. We'll be looking at CSS part 4, which is the ID selector. Just to remind you that the CSS syntax is made up of two parts, the selector and the declaration block. The declaration block is identified by having an opening and closing brace. Let's get started with this and see how this the ID selector works. First of all, I'm going to call up a text editor. We're using Notepad++. I'll start the coding right now. It is a web page, so we're going to let the browser know, exclamation mark, that we are actually using HTML version 5. So doc type HTML. Could be uppercase or lowercase here, but doc type must be uppercase. Okay, that lets the browser know that we're starting HTML version 5. The exclamation mark in front is really important. And here's the HTML code, which opens up a web page and closes the web page. So that's standard for all web pages. Okay, now we're going to have two sections. The head section, which is behind the scenes stuff that users don't see when you're programming. You don't want the users to see certain things. And this is the front end stuff, which you do want your users to see. So you're dictating to your users, or dictating to the user what they will and will not see. Okay, so that's the structure there. Now we're going to use a particular language, an additional language, because HTML is restricted, and we'll be using a language called CSS. The browsers know that CSS starts with a style sheet. So style tag identifies that this next section here will not be HTML but will be CSS. That's the basic structure for setting up CSS. All the CSS coding, which is different to HTML, sits in between the style sheets. Okay, let's get started. Now I'm going to use an element selector, and the body. I'm going to say the body. I'm going to make it opening brace. I'm going to make that a background color. Okay, that's your structure there. So you've got your property identified with a colon, and then I'll put some values. So the value is going to be, well, basically color. So I don't want any red or green. We have blue only, so I've got a blue background, and that's it. I've declared it there. Notice the declaration block can be written as one line. Don't have separate lines. Now, the original got separate lines to make it easy to read down the track. But it gets a lot more complicated. But for now, a one line is fine. Now, this is going to be an identity selector. Now, I could give it any name I want. I would call it pub1 publication 1. No reason for it. Could be any name I decide to use. Now, for this publication, I want all the color for the text to be, well, let's make it all black. Oops. No red, no green, no blue, so it's all black. Now I'm going to separate this value with a semicolon. I'm going to put another value in there. Background color. Okay, and then I'll put the background color. Colors put the American way. Colon, and the values for that will be, well, grey, greyish color. And then let's put some more values in there. Text align, and let's make it centered. Let's put the American way. Okay, finish each one of those with a semicolon. That's the end of my declaration block. I'm happy with that. That's for publication 1. Let's do let's call it 2. Publication 2 could be any name you want to give it. Same type of thing. Color. Let's give it text color. This time let's make the text color red. Okay, and we can make the background background color. Let's make that yellow. Yeah, let's put a yellow one in there. Okay, and you can get all these colors from color picker. Okay, and the text align, let's keep it centered as well. sentence with the American way. Okay, and that finishes the declaration block with a closing brace. Right, so I've declared my publications there, very simple publications, just to show you that you can have different publications point to different tags. Now this is the advantage of it. The advantage of having ID tags is that I can use them in any HTML tag. Okay, so look, the body's already been identified. We're going to have a blue background. Okay, now let's use one of the tags in our header. Let's use header 1, and I'm going to use my ID for publication. Pub1. So whatever I identified pub1 is going to use the publication codes for this particular tag, H2 tag. And I'm going to put here, this is my 4th CSS page. It is using a H2 tag with pub1 formatting that I've identified above. Okay, and close off that particular HTML tag. There we go. //H2. Okay, let's use the let's use publication 1 again in some other tag. Let's use it in our paragraph break. Paragraph break again. That's the advantage of using identity selector. We can put it in any tag we want. So you'll use pub1 in the HTML tag called P, and then we'll put something like this. This P tag also uses the pub1 formatting that I've identified above. Okay, so it's using the same thing as H2 is using, and end of that tag right there. Okay, now let's use a P tag again, but this time I want a different formatting for that P tag. It's P tag HTML, but I want to apply the publication 2 rules. So I'll put down here, however, this is also a P tag, but using pub2 formatting. Okay, and enter that tag there. So I think I've got it all in place. Let's just run it. So file, let's save this as CSS4 HTML, so it's a web page. HTML, save. It's been saved. Okay, now let's just run it in a browser. So just put it across. Let's choose Chrome, and we'll see what happens. There it is. Okay, this is my 4th CSS page. Okay, it is using H2 tag with pub1 formatting. This is also using pub1 formatting, but it's under the P tag. This is also the P tag, but it's using pub2 formatting. So as you can see, the ID selectors can be applied to individual tags, and the rules for the publication are followed. Thank you for watching.